Amnesty International Australia claims to be independent and non-partisan, free from bias and political influence. However, it didn't take me long to uncover their true political leanings. They seem eager to involve themselves in the upcoming 2025 Australian federal election. You can probably guess which party they're supporting. It rhymes with beans and comes with a generous serving of rich red tomato sauce. Think green tin on the outside, red sauce on the inside. I'm not sure I could make this metaphor any clearer. Here is Amnesty's Australian website, naturally covered with a full-page acknowledgement of country, displaying every flag except the Australian one. First Nations peoples are the continuing custodians of the lands. Sovereignty was never ceded. It's so large that I can't even see the full message on my screen without zooming out a few times. There we go. Always was, always will be, referring to the idea that this land has always belonged to Aboriginal peoples and always will, in perpetuum, or ad infinitum, for the Latin buffs, despite colonial history and modern legal systems. Closing that, we come across some interesting-looking folks who claim to be defending your human rights, the modern warriors of today. On their How It Works page, they state, "We're independent of any political ideology, economic interest, or religion." Oh, really? Fascinating. In their 2013 submission to the Treasury regarding their charity status, they wrote, "Amnesty International Australia is part of a worldwide non-partisan movement." Oh, okay, so that settles it then. They're definitely not biased toward any particular political group. Well, they actually have a page dedicated to the upcoming election. Human rights are under siege. I love that movie. On 23rd of April, they wrote, "Vote for human rights this election. Human rights, Indigenous rights, and refugee rights." But aren't Indigenous rights and refugee rights already part of human rights? Why do we need to specify them separately? Anyway, they provide a completely unbiased scorecard of the major political parties. Regarding a Human Rights Act, Labor partially supports one, the Coalition opposes it, and, unsurprisingly, the Greens are in favour. On Indigenous rights, specifically raising the minimum age of criminal responsibility to 14, the pattern repeats, only the Greens support it. So apparently, a 13-year-old Indigenous youth should have the right to break into a home, bash and rob a mother, and leave her 2-month-old baby with a brain bleed and fractured skull, without facing consequences. After all, it's society's fault. But back to Amnesty's non-partisan political scorecard. When it comes to refugee rights, apparently the Labor Party only partially supports them. The LNP doesn't support any rights, and of course the Greens support everything. Zooming out, it's clear that the Greens support every human right, while the Coalition seemingly doesn't support human rights at all. Essentially, Amnesty is implying that if you vote for the Liberals or Nationals, you're endorsing a statewide system of gulags, complete with torture, arbitrary detention, and denial of basic freedoms like speech, assembly, and religion. I didn't realise Peter Dutton was such an evil man. Or you could just do what I'm planning to do, not take election advice from the allegedly unbiased and non-partisan organisation they call Amnesty International.